beautiful day, and um, it's a good day, and this is what we are going to do today. We are going to experience life together. We are going to have some beautiful time together. So let me know if you can see my screen. I made a beautiful slide for us. Can we all see my screen? Do you like what you see? So yes, now you want to ask yourself why are we celebrating today, May the 16th, to be the International Boy Child? Why is today so special? Now, I'm going to tell us 5 reasons why today is special for you. I'm going to let us know 5 reasons why we often do this together. And I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why you are special, and we are going to go through this together. Now, one of the reasons why today is special is because the International Boy Child Day promotes gender balance. Do you understand me? It's highlight the importance of supporting a boy child alongside a girl child, so we can all achieve, gender equity, right? So that no one is going to be left behind. So that Titus is not going to be left behind, or Timothy left behind, or Samson left behind. So we want to carry everyone together. And also, another reason is because we want to raise awareness. Okay, it's an avenue for us to raise awareness so that we can draw attention to the challenges boys face. For example, toxic masculinity, right? So toxic masculinity is that thing out there whereby people feel like a boy should not show his emotion, that a boy should not cry, that you are strong, like you are you are you are in the army, right? So we raise awareness on certain issues like this, whereby people tell, like, as a boy you need to suppress your emotions, right? But I want to let you know today that as a boy you can express your emotions. So these are some of the things we are going to be learning today. So if you can hear me, shout again, I am a champion. All right, that's good. That's good. So we cannot see my slide, right? Just to confirm. Please, I need response as I cannot see the screen. Kindly let me know if you can still see my slide. All right, thank you so much. So let's ride on together. And today I want us to understand the impact of media on a boy child. Yes, so you want to ask yourself, what is media, right? So media is everything out there, because we live in a digital world today. In today's world, we have the laptop, right? You have the computer, you have your phone, your smartphone, right? You have what is called a tablet, you have what is called a iPad, right? You have the ATM machine, you have the television, you have this large screen. So these are all forms of different media projecting screens, right? And now we want to understand what the impact is on a boy child, right? So I want us to understand that, this media, they shape our values. Do you understand? They shape our behavior from a very young age. So this is why it is very important that we are very careful of the things we see on the screen. We are very careful of the kind of program we watch on the screen. We should be very careful of what we expose ourselves to on the internet. We should be very careful of the kind of games we play. I know as a boy child, we like to play game a lot, right? Most boys like to play game a lot. We like to play soccer game, we like to play carriage and all of this type of game. But we should be very careful of the kind of games we play on the internet. And also, the impacts of the media on a boy child can also shape the generation of men. Because trust me, here today, we have boys that are going to be the doctor of tomorrow. We have boys that are going to be the engineers of tomorrow. We have boys that are going to be the president of tomorrow. We have boys that are going to be the leader, the innovative of tomorrow. So this is why, we are creating this awareness to be the first step towards intervention, because some of you here are going to be creating a lot of new intervention. Some of you here are going to be designing the best architecture the world is about to witness. Some of you here are going to be elucidating the next drug to cure malaria, the next drug to cure HIV/AIDS, the next drug to make the world a better place. And this is why, we are celebrating the boy child today. So it is very important that we understand what the modern challenge is, not just for parents, but also for educators, not just for boy child, but also for a girl child, not just for the society, but also your environment. So this is why it is very good that we understand the importance of a boy child. So if I'm you, I'm going to write on my book that, I will be very careful of the kind of program I watch on the television. I will be very careful of the kind of games I play on the internet. I'll be very careful of the kind of things I see on social media. Now, if we are talking about social media, I am referring to your Instagram, I am referring to Facebook, I am referring to Twitter or X, and I'm referring to every other media out there that, a boy child can get along with, because it is very, very important that we do what? That we are very careful of what we are exposed to as a boy child. Now, you want to ask yourself, how does one get exposed to these things? Now, the truth about the media is that most times the media targets specific gender, right? Certain kind of advertisements, can introduce what I would call a male stereotype. Now, you might be thinking that, oh, sir, I don't know the meaning of that word. Well, now let me break it down to you. The media is going to expose to you certain kind of behaviors, certain type of identity that you should not, be exposed to at this very tender age. However, the media is not all bad. The media is not all negative. The media is also a tool that is going to propel you forward. The media is also a tool that is going to help you to become the man you are destined to be. Because trust me, God has destined you for a purpose. Right? God has destined you for greatness. God has destined you to be a great man. God has destined you to be that powerful man that is going to have an influence in your generation. So, but then you also have a role to play, which means that you need to be very careful about your daily consumption. You need to be careful about the behaviors you are learning over the screen. You need to be careful about, the things you are being exposed to. And like I said, the media is going to, tailor onto you like different forms of what they tend to be norms today. Disrespecting your parents, right, should not be something we should associate ourselves with. Disrespecting your leaders, your teachers in school, disrespecting the head boy, disrespecting the head girl, disrespecting everyone that is in authority should not be what we should be inclined with. But then the media often have a way of projecting these things. Are we following? All right, that's very good. I like to hear your voice. Also, the media shape what we call peer pressure expectation. Okay, peer pressure expectation. This is when you start looking at other boys, what they are doing, and you want to do it. Or you start looking at the TV, seeing that, in this program, this boy, whenever he dress, is always not like, putting his button on. He's always not wearing a belt. He does not wear socks to school. He does not button his shirt. He does not tuck in and all of those things. So the media can actually introduce you to certain type of behaviors that are not good. So this is why, again, we have to be very, very careful. And also, the media has a way of marketing or promoting ideas of strength and dominance, right? The media has, a way of projecting that. So we should be very careful. As young boys, we should know that, God has created us to be what? To be great men. So we have to be very careful. We have to honor ourselves. As a boy child, you have to be very, very humble. Like I said earlier, we must not be disrespectful, to our leaders. You must not be disrespectful to your teachers. You must not be disrespectful to your parents. You must not be disrespectful even to your fellow boy. Do you understand? To your fellow boyfriend, even to your fellow girlfriend in school. You should not be disrespectful to your colleague in school. Do you understand? So it means what? You must show high level of respect to everyone at every time. If you are using the Okada, if you are entering the machine, you have to be very what? You have to be respectable. If you are entering the car, you have to be respectable. In the market, you have to show respect. Everywhere you are, you have to show what? You have to show respect. So this is all about the masculinity and what? How the media has glorified toughness. Okay, as a boy child, you are free to express your emotions. Okay, you are free to tell your parents what you are feeling. Do you understand me? You are free to express your weakness. Do you get it? If you feel like, if you have a feeling of fear, do you understand? Let's say, for example, you are scared, like, oh, tomorrow we're having a test, right, in school, and you are scared about this test. There's this feeling you are feeling, like, oh, you don't feel good, or you are scared, maybe you've not prepared well. Do you understand? As a boy child, you should not suppress this feeling. Okay, you should go to your teacher and tell your teacher how you are feeling. You should go to your parent and tell your parent how you are feeling. Do you understand it? So this is what the media often want to project, this masculinity behavior. Do you understand? To show that, oh, you are Bruce Lee. You should not express this emotion. Do you get it? So as a boy child, you should not express your true identity. Like, you should not suppress this true identity. Do you understand? Though? You should not suppress it. You should express your emotions. So emotions are those things we feel, which means emotions can be like, you are feeling happy. So if you are feeling happy, you should also express the fact that you are feeling happy. If you are feeling sad, express it. If you are feeling an emotion of anger, express it by what? Telling your teacher about it. Express it by telling your parent about it. If something happened in school, don't suppress it to yourself. Don't keep malice. Express these things to your teacher. Express these things to your leader. Even in the church or in the mosque, express these things to your leaders. Okay? So the media often want to project this masculinity, but as a boy child, we should be very what? We should be very careful to learn how to express this thing. And also, violent content and aggression. Now, remember I told us before that we should be very careful of the kind of games the kind of games we are playing over the internet, right? Because listen, guys, there are a lot of violent games out there. Yes, there are a lot of aggressive games out there. There are a lot of aggressive movies out there. A lot of things that we can get exposed out there. So this is why we have to be very careful the kind of games we are exposed to. And as a parent also, yeah, as a young adult, yeah, because we are celebrating the boy child, and this is why we are bringing awareness of these things. We should be very careful of the kind of things we are exposed to, right? We should be very careful of the habit of bullying, because this content out there, they can teach a boy child how to bully someone in school. And bullying someone in school should not be found among us. Do you understand? As a boy child, you should never bully any boy child. You should never bully any girl child. Anyone at all, right? That attitude of bulliness should not be found in us, because of what? It is going to lead to a lot of risky actions. Again, the kind of content we are exposed to, the kind of games we are playing, right? They can expose us into all of these things. So we should be very careful about this. Also, one very important thing that the media out there is likely to throw to us is what is about the word pornography. Now, for some of us, we might be hearing the word pornography for the first time. Now, one thing I want us to know is that pornography is more about, like, viewing adult content, right? Things that we should not be viewing, nudity, right? exposure to naked content on the internet. Now, this is why we should be very, very careful as a boy child. Because as we are growing as a boy child, as we grow into puberty, right, our hormones continue to develop. Do you understand? The male testosterone, that is an hormone that is in your body, it continues to develop. This is when you continue to have a deeper voice, you continue to grow certain hairs in your pubic area, and you continue to grow to become a man. Do you understand? So every young child is going to grow to become a man. So we should be very careful what we have access to. If someone in your class is showing you some naked content over their phone, tell them you are not interested in seeing that content. What do I say? Tell them you are not interested in seeing such kind of thing. And what do you do after you tell them? You go to your teacher and you tell them, sir, ma, this is what Temidayo is showing me. Or, sir, ma, this is what Kunle is showing me. Tell them you are not interested. If you are at home, also be very careful of the kind of cartoon you are exposed to, okay? Because these things can skew your idea. These things can skew your belief of what intimacy is. And most importantly, as you keep growing, it is going to promote what we call unrealistic expectations. Do you understand? As a boy child, you will start, over sexualizing everything in school. And what this is going to do is that it's going to create a sexual shame as you continue to develop. Do you understand? Your hormone, which I call the male testosterone, is going to continue to develop, and this is going to lead, to you having some kind of sexual desires. And as a boy child, remember, like I said earlier on, you are a champion, you are a victor, and God has a destined purpose for you. So for you to attain that purpose, you need to be very careful of the things you watch on the internet. You need to be very careful of the kind of cartoon. I know as a boy child, we like cartoon a lot. So we have to be very careful of the kind of cartoon, even the kind of advertisements we watch on the TV screen. Do you understand it? A lot of us, we use our parents' tab at home, like, the tablet, like all this big tablet at home. And we watch a lot of content on YouTube. Let's be very careful as parents, as young adults. Let's be very careful of the kind of things we expose our children to, or the boy child to. And also, like I said, these things are going to lead towards body image and low self-esteem. And it starts, idealizing the male body to be so dominant, right? You start thinking like, as a boy child, you need to expose your chest. As a boy child, you are under the pressure to be muscular, right? You are under the pressure to feel tall. You are under the pressure to feel like you can dominate. While you can dominate, there are ways you can do this. But then we should be very careful of what the male child is being exposed to. So time is not very good on our side, but I will do as much as possible to round up in time so that I can give answers to your questions, because I know we are going to have a lot of questions regarding this topic. And also, access to the media, right, also leads towards development of emotion, right? A boy child may start feeling fear of being judged by showing your emotions. Remember, I told us before that as a boy child, let's feel free to cry. Let's feel free to talk to our parents. Let's feel free to talk to our teachers about this thing. And when we do these things, right, we are going to find out that we continue to grow, and we'll continue to show restraint and not just strength from the internet. So as a boy child, we should not objectify women. We should not objectify a girl. And this is why, we should show respect to the female gender. We should show respect to our parents, and, we should collaborate with other guys. We should collaborate with other people to show that we are the victors of today. We are the champions of today. And, we want towards create an healthy environment for everyone. And also, as a boy child, I want to let you know that you should take your education serious. Right? When you are supposed to read, don't start playing games. When you are supposed to read, don't start watching cartoon. Do you understand? Reduce your screen time. Don't always watch cartoon. Don't always watch games on your phone, right? Study, do your assignments, study your books and read. So this is what is going to make you to be what that person that God has destined you to be. And also develop online skills. You can develop certain skills as a boy child. Don't think, oh, I'm too small to develop a skill. No, you can develop certain skill as a boy child. And one of those skills is what is to show empathy, is to show concern, is to show your fellow boy child that you understand them, and it's also what to communicate, is to learn how to interact face to face. Maybe if you're having a section in school, or maybe on a Friday when you are having um interclass activity, you should not be shy to come up to talk. You should not be shy to come up, to say, oh, let's say today we are having inter-house sport. You should not be shy, to come up and to make a true connection. And also, as a boy child, again, we should avoid cyber bullying. Don't abuse people. Never abuse people. Never compare yourself. Don't hype or compare yourself to other persons. Don't condemn other people saying that, oh yes, you did not do well in class, or in last term you failed in mathematics, or last term you took the seventh position. We should never accuse anyone. We should never abuse anyone of anything, be it academical sources, or be it those persons are not really looking good. Never cyber bully anyone. Never abuse anyone. And also, we should be very careful about the kind of friends we make. Do you understand? We should be an inspiring figure to other boys around us. We should be an inspiring figure to other people in our classroom. And also, we should seek mentorship from our parents, be it in the church, in the mosque, wherever religion you find yourself, right? We should seek mentorship. Talk to your teachers in school. When you are having any challenges, right, talk to them. And then when you are open to them, trust me, they are going to help you through any challenges you are going through. Again, these things are certain factors that is going to shape you to be the boy that God has destined you to. And moreover, right, we should also, as parents, as leaders, right, as young adults, we should try to celebrate the emotions these boys are showing to us. We should try to encourage them. We should try to like show them, or be a modeling factor. Do you understand? We should show them this example. We should set the example for them to follow. So if you are a parent listening to me, if you're an adult listening to me, right, we should be able to show them this example. And also, as teachers, right, we should be able to help them understand the different literacy in early education. We should create a safe space for students to understand. As a boy child, you should stay away from danger. Do you understand? Stay away from danger, and don't carry dangerous items around. Don't carry sharp objects around. Do you understand? And never engage in conflicts. Never engage in fight. Again, I'm going to repeat this. As a boy child, never engage in fight. If anyone annoy you, if anyone is looking for your trouble, the best thing you can do is to what? Is to go to your teacher and report that person. Do you understand? Go to your teacher and report that person. Never, never engage in any physical fight. Always go to your teacher, or you go to your parent and you report them, right? Again, never carry any harmful substance. Never carry any sharp object in your pockets. Do you understand? Because again, these things can alter you. They can stop you from becoming that person God has, destined you to be. This is why we are celebrating you today, because what? You are a great person, because, God has helped you to be here today, and this is why we are celebrating you. So we'll be rounding off by me letting you know that what it is very important that we are careful about the media, the kind of things we watch on the TV, on our screen, the kind of games we play, the kind of cartoons, and we are exposed to. I'm also reminding us, to avoid pornographic content, any content that is showing nude. We should avoid all of these things. And also, we should take time to study. When it's time to do our assignments, we should not be watching games. We should not be playing cartoon games, or, watching some kind of comedy. Do you understand? And also feel free to always go to your teacher to express your emotion. Feel free to express your emotions to your parents and to everyone around you. So again, I want you to know that you are a champion, and thank you so much for listening. And I'll be open, to any question that we are going to be having. So again, thank you for your time, and again, you are a great champion.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Wow, that was a great session. It was short and it was packed and impactful. Can you celebrate your speaker one more time, boys? Can you celebrate him? Can you celebrate him? That was wonderful. Can you? He said something. There was something he said at the beginning and he said at the end. Can you say to yourself, say, I am a champion. I cannot hear you. Please, can you turn on the sound? All right, thank you very much. Please, can you say it again? Say it convincingly. Say, I am a champion. All right, thank you very much. Please celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. We'll be going to the question and answers. We'll be going to the question and answer. If you have written your questions down, as I mentioned earlier, before our speaker began to speak, if you've written your questions down or you have any question you'd like to ask, please wave your hand. Just raise up your hand. If you've written your question down, please hand it over to a teacher or a pioneer around you. Does anyone have any questions? Anybody from the short session of, he talked about a lot of things. Oh. If I ask you question and you don't have answer, are you sure there's nobody that has any question? All right, I have a question I noted down. You might have mentioned it, but I just wanted to expatiate on that. Mr. Ogaga Daniel, are you still with us? All right, do you have a question?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, please stand up. If there's any other person that has a question, please let us know. We'll be taking just two
Talk about
questions.
emotional development. How does a boy feel emotional?
Oh wow, that's such a great question. How does a boy feel emotional? Yes. Again, thank you for your question. So emotions are those things we feel around us. Do you know that kind of feeling you have when your dad kind of buy you your favorite toy, right? Or when your dad buy you something, let's say for example, you always want a bicycle, right? And your dad went to the supermarket and buy you a bicycle. How are you going to feel? Right, you are going to feel happy. So the process of you feeling happy is what is called an emotion. Do you understand? So this is a form of emotion. Emotion can be positive. Now you feeling happy is what is a positive emotions, right? And also, let's say for example, let's say you lost that bicycle your dad bought for you. How are you going to feel? You are going to feel what? Sad. Now, this is a negative emotions. So emotion are those things we feel in us. Do you understand? So as a boy child, you should not suppress your emotion. Okay? As a boy child, you should be open to your emotion. You should be able to tell your teacher how you feel. You should be able to tell your mom, your dad how you feel. You should be able to tell, the pioneers around you how you feel. So again, as a boy child, you are free to feel. Do you understand? Don't suppress your emotion. If you really want to be who God wants you to be, you need to express your emotion, because if you don't express those emotions, they are going to grow up within you and one day they are going to burst out. So it's always good, for you to express your emotion. So if you are feeling happy, let's say your dad bought you that bicycle and you're feeling so happy, express that emotion by doing what? By telling your dad, thank you so much, daddy. I am really happy. Thank you so much. God is going to bless you. It's a means of you expressing that emotion. So you should be vocal about your emotion, and not just being vocal, the way you express your emotion, you are jumping, you are singing, you are happy, because your dad just bought you a bicycle, you are even dancing, you are telling your friends, in the neighborhood, you went to school the next day, and you feel so happy, you want to tell your classmates, you want to tell your seatmate, oh, my dad bought me a bicycle, right? So you should feel free to be vocal towards emotion. So again, as a boy child, don't suppress your emotions. Be vocal about your emotion. Talk to your teacher about your emotion. Talk to your leaders about your emotion, and talk to your parents about your emotion. So again, thank you so much for that wonderful question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Agaga. Do we have any question from the boys?
Yes, please. We have two more questions.
All right.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this one is not good. Please stand up. We are taking the rest during the panel session. Okay, we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
My question is that how does media shape our behavior?
You said you have two questions. The first is that how does media shape our behavior as young age? What's the second question?
Why is that? I don't know that. As a boy, we should not share our identity.
You should not share your identity. All right. So two questions. All right.
All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful question again. If I get the question well, how does media shape our identity, right? So the media, okay, the media is a very, very powerful tool. Okay, the media again is a very, very powerful tool. And this is why I was, teaching us, I told us we should be very careful of what we see on the screen. We should be very careful about what we watch, be it a cartoon or even the kind of games we are playing. Because the things in media, the things you see over the internet, be it on your television, on your satellite TV, or on your cable, most of those things are not filtered. Do you understand? It means you can be watching a program where a boy is being disrespectful to their parents. Right? You can be watching a program where a boy is bullying other students in school. And this is why we have to be careful, because if you keep feeding yourself with such kind of program, if you keep feeding your eyes with such kind of program, one thing I want you to know is that there is a part of your brain that can, capture this information. There is a part of your brain that can, retain this information for a long time. And afterwards, you will start thinking that, oh, maybe this is normal. Maybe whenever a boy, my friend does something to me that I don't like, maybe I should slap them. Maybe I should, I should harass them. Do you understand? So the program you are watching, right? If they are not programs that are tailored to your need, if they are not programs that are tailored to the boy child, right? They are going to start shifting your identity, because you will now start to think, oh, as a boy child, I can talk to my parent anyhow. As a boy child, if my parent is talking to me, I can just walk out of the room. Do you understand? So we should be very careful. We should be very careful, because if we are not careful of the kind of program, or even the TV, the kind of, let's say for example, you are watching wrestling, right? You might think that these things are normal. This is what you should be doing. And when something happened in school, you might feel like, oh, there is this smackdown you saw, maybe John Cena. You feel like, oh, I can just carry this smackdown on this boy, right? But no, this should not be. Don't give any of your friends smackdown. don't fight any skills you see on the internet, on the TV, on your videotape. Never do these things. So again,
that's what you people do, Abby. Well done.
The program, right? The media might make a boy child to have a shift in identity. So I trust that there will be a lot of questions in this line. So this would have, kind of answer every questions in the line. So I'm going to summarize by saying, be very careful of the kind of things you see over your TV. Anything that is nude, showing off your body, or showing off, a lady's body. Do you understand? Anything that has to do with them not putting on clothes, right? Off the TV and excuse yourself from there, or report to your parent or your teacher that someone is seeing a content that they are not supposed to be seeing, that someone is seeing a pornographic content, or a nude content. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. I believe that question has been answered very well. I learned other questions are going to be asked during the panel session. Or do we have to go ahead to ask them now? Okay. The sound is muted, please. The sound in Heritage School is muted. I don't know if a student is asking a question or.
No, ma'am.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. I have I have one question for our speaker. We said boys are constantly suppressing their emotions, and they are being taught that, oh, you should not cry, you should not express your emotions. Now that we are encouraging them to express these emotions, they can express their tears when they're feeling down, when they're feeling sad. They can express their happiness. How do we as how do we advise teachers, mentors, parents to encourage them to express these emotions? Because as much as some boys want to express their emotions, you find teachers telling them, "Oh, why are you crying? Are you not a boy?" You find their parents telling them, why are you jumping like this? Are you not a boy?" How can parents and teachers and mentors help them to express these emotions?
Wow, what a wonderful question. So, again, the purpose of celebrating a boy child is to make this awareness, and not just to the boy child, but to the young adults out there, to the young woman out there, to the young parent out there, or parent as in general. Now, this is a very good question, because oftentimes we see that people say, "Oh, toughen up. Are you not a boy? Toughen up. Why will you be crying? Come on, wipe up your tears." And the truth is, when we keep telling people these things, right, now it's just like a snail. Right, it's just like a snail. I believe we all know what a snail is. Now, what happens when you touch the tentacles of a snail? What happens when you touch the flesh of a snail? What does the snail do? The snail is going to what? Is going to coil back to his, to his shell, right? Now, this is exactly what happens when you try to, shun people of their emotion, right? They are going to what? They are going to recoil back, right? They are going to avoid doing that next time, because you shutting them off means that, don't do this, toughen up, man up, right? You are not a small boy. Why should you be crying, right? Why are you laughing like it's a new thing? Do you understand? So as parents, we should understand the mental impact that this thing has on them. Because if, as a parent, you shun your children, you shun your boy child every time, it is going to affect the way he perceives the world. It is going to affect the way he perceives relationship. It is going to affect the way he perceives communication. Because part of communication is being empathic. Part of communication is showing that remorseful part of you. Part of communication is showing that happy side of you, right? But then, how do we communicate if we are suppressing this thing? So this is a call to every young adult out there, to every parent out there, that we should teach our child, we should not shun them from expressing their emotion. And I'm going to say this out there also. Some parents or some leaders or some persons does this because they have also grown up, right, suppressing their own emotions. Do you understand? And that's why they feel like it should be this way. But then again, this is the reason why, our hosts, the pioneers of this program, are making this awareness, not just to the boy child, but to everyone out there, that we are creating an awareness to know that wherever you are in your journey, be it a adult, be it a parent, we should learn this thing. We should know the mental implications. We should know how these things impact the children's interaction with other ones, right? So as a parent, please encourage your children to show up their emotion. Don't shut them of showing up their emotion. Allow them to express them. Expressing your emotion, also helps you to develop. One thing we don't know is that when you shut down your emotion, right, your hormones in your body are also being shut down. That means, remember, I was talking about the testosterone in a boy's body. When you shut down your emotion, because your emotions come from these hormones being expressed. So it's like, it's like turning off the tap. Imagine you need water in your house and you have to open the tap for you to get that water. However, you are shutting down the tap. How are you going to get water for your body to grow? Right? So we should understand these things. Even for a girl child, it means what you are shutting down your emotions. So I believe like we should all work up to be more of this. So thank you so much, Ma, for this question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ogaga. Thank you very, very much. That was an impactful session, and I believe everyone has learned one or two. Even adults have one or two things to learn. All right, we'll be going immediately to our panel session. So if you have questions that not necessarily relate to the topic that our speaker has talked about, if you have any questions, please note them down. You'll be given a time to ask the panelists. Our first panelist for today, can we celebrate our panelists in advance? Can we first celebrate them? Can we celebrate them? Our first panelist for today is Oluwafemi Ekunwole. Can we celebrate him first? Can we celebrate him? Let's celebrate him. All right. Oluwafemi is a digital marketing and visual communication specialist with over 5 years of experience in creative design, marketing, and content strategy. He has worked with businesses in multiple sectors, delivering impactful campaigns and brand visuals across digital and print platforms. He is passionate about helping individuals grow through design education and founded a training initiative focused on equipping beginners with practical graphic design skills. His mission is to help brands connect with their audience through compelling design and data-driven digital strategies while mentoring the next generation of creative professionals. So please, boys, please celebrate with me. Oluwafemi Ekunwole. A round of applause for him. Welcome, Oluwafemi. Our second panelist, thank you very much. We are glad to have you. Our second panelist is Ayobami Abdul Yekin. Ayobami prefer to be called Bam Bam. Can we say Bam Bam? I can hear the boys though. All right. She is a boy child and sexual health educator with over 4 years of experience in teenage advocacy and sex education. In 2020, she founded Sex Education with Bam Bam, an initiative focused on dispelling sexual ignorance. She has educated over 5,000 plus youth and has a community of over 1,500 sex learners, educating them about their bodies, sex life, and relationships. She is the convener of the project tagged Teach a Boy Child. a project where she goes to schools with her team members to educate boys about their bodies, their personal hygiene, and sexual health. In 2021, she was nominated for the Super Women Under 30 Awards, also awarded in 2021 as one of Nigeria's most inspiring students. In 2024, she was awarded as the Best Social Impact Content Creator. Her passion and commitment to dispelling sexual ignorance stands her out. Please welcome with me Superwoman Bam Bam. Can we celebrate her? Can we celebrate her? Can we celebrate her? Can we celebrate her? All right, our panelists, please, I'll crave your indulgence. Please, can we have your cameras and mics turned on? We are starting the panel session immediately. Thank you very much. Is Bam Bam with us here? Can we have your mic turned on, ma'am?
Yes, I'm with you.
Thank you very much. All right. So our first question, we have our questions prepared, and my first question here is going to be for Bam Bam. Now, boys, if you have any questions, please make sure to note them down. We'll be giving space to ask them questions after, but please make sure that you have noted whatever question you have down to save time. Our first question here goes to Bam Bam. So, these days we have a lot of online content. We have a lot of content online talking about relationship expectations, what you should expect from your relationship. In fact, as a man, how you should dominate your relationship, how you should dominate your wife, and all of that. We have a lot of content talking about the type of body image a man should have, or a body image a boy is expected to have, and all that. How can boys avoid confusion? And how can they identify what is real and what is harmful, or what is just hype? That just hyping is. How do they identify these things?
All right. Thank you, Miss. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Ogaga, for that wonderful presentation. And hello to the boys. It's really nice to be here with you. I really wish I'm actually there with you physically. This would have been more fun, but next time we'll try to do that. So back to the question that Miss Heritage asked. You see, I want us to first know something. Is the fact that social media is not real. It is not real. This morning, I posted a video of me on a hair. But now, this afternoon, I'm on my full Afro hair. Just to let you know that so many things that we see on social media nowadays, they are not real. We just put these things out so that we can get likes, so that we can get comments and a lot of views. So don't let what people say online about relationship. I don't know if you guys heard about Andrew Tate, or is Tate, I don't know the pronunciation of that his surname. The guy comes online to talk a lot about women, how you should not treat women very good, you should behave like this. And there are also other men that advocate for gender violence indirectly. But they don't know that all these things they are doing is having big effects on the boy child. So as a boy child, just like Mr. Ogaga said, see what you watch. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Let your parents be your image. Let your parents be the example that you are following. Now, I'll have to be very careful with parents, because there are some parents, they are not even the kind of example that their children should follow. So I want to believe that as a boy child, you know your left from your right, at least to a point. You know that when daddy is beating mommy, it is wrong. You know that when Brother Kunle is beating somebody's bum, it is not right. So I want to believe that you know your left from your right. So be very careful what you see online. Be very careful what you listen to. Be very careful what you also hear, because all these things are what we accumulate together and affect your relationship expectation. I know that some of you already have one girl that you're eyeing your class. I know it's just a secret between us. I know, I get. You are just in that stage where you feel like that. It's normal. However, never act on that impulse. So because I like her, you now start, and she's not giving you face, or she's not giving you attention. You start insulting her. You start telling lies about her. No. So be very careful what you listen to. Be very careful of what you see. Make sure that your parents are people that you learn from, not social media. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rambam. All right, we've always said that we have to be careful about the things that we see, the things that we watch, the things that we listen to, the things that we take in. All right, our next question is for Mr. Oluwafemi. Mr. Oluwafemi, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, thank you very much. So we would all agree on now tech and our phones, they seem like they are designed to constantly keep us on it. We're constantly on our phones. It's like some people are even addicted, not that it's like some people are actually addicted to their phones. We're constantly on our phones, want to see what's going on, want to try out the next app somebody is using. And there's also the peer pressure to always be online. They want to know all the latest gist. My friend said this is happening. I want to check it out. My friend said this is the latest information. This is the latest trend. This is what's happening. Now, my question is, why does it feel like social media and technology at large is designed to constantly keep us online? And how would you advise young boys to manage their screen time, to manage the time they spend online without also feeling left out, without also feeling like, oh, they missed out on certain things that are happening online?
Thank you very much for that question. First of all, I want to congratulate all the boys in the house. Congratulations to you all, and also to say a very big thank you to the speaker. He has done justice to the topic, and also the panelists as well, my co-panelists. So to the question you asked, social media is such a very, for me, it's a world on its own. Just like the previous panelist said, it's full of things that are not real. I would give you an instance where you tend to see somebody happy today, but you don't see when the person is sad. And it's impossible for you not to have those moments, because we are humans. We go through different things every day. But there on social media, you see people always happy and always feeling happy, like they are not having other emotions at all. So talking about how, as a boy child, looking at the fact that our phones, every time, even when you take your eyes off the screen, a notification pops up. You see something, you just quickly want to go back to it. So it makes you to be addicted to it. But I will give you an instance also for a boy child. You talk with your friend in class and it tells you there's this new game, you need to download it, you need to try it out. So it keeps you glued, you keep downloading and downloading. I would say the first thing you need to do as a boy child is you need to be disciplined. Yes, and you need to know how to prioritize things that you want to do. Take, for instance, when you're supposed to be reading your books, you need to know that it's time to read your books, not to press your phone. So if you are not disciplined and intentional about this, you always keep going back to your phone. What you can do most times is you can go to your mom and say, Mom, please, when it's 2 o'clock, take my phone away from me. I want to read my book. Then when it's 3 or when it's 4 o'clock, you can give it back to me. If I don't do this between this time, don't give me the phone. So those are the things that you can cultivate now, so that when you grow up, you are already used to it. When you're supposed to be pressing your reading your book, you're not pressing your phone. Because now it's that bad that most times we don't even observe quiet time. The first thing you do is you want to press your phone when you're supposed to even pray. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you need to do is to pray. But now you just find out people just go as you want to press your phone. The first thing, oh, my friend messaged me, which is very wrong. So you need to start learning that new habit and be intentional about it. So it's not that you will do it today, tomorrow you go back to your former way. If it's possible for you to write it down, paste it somewhere in the corner of your house. Today, this is how I want to plan my day. Every morning when I wake up, I read my Bible. After my Bible, I need to do my assignments. Okay, within 2 and 3 o'clock, I will press my phone, respond to my messages. Then afterwards, you follow that timetable each day like that, and you before you know, you see that you are a better version of yourself, and you are not missing out at the same time. Because most of the things that you think you are missing out for, they are distractions. You don't need them actually. You don't need them. You can do without them. But if you keep staying glued to the phone, you will notice that it becomes an addict and you cannot control yourself. So, like I said, the key thing, be disciplined and be intentional about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwafemi. Thank you for that wonderful answer. So, boys, I hope you're all taking notes. Be disciplined. Be disciplined. Make sure you discipline yourself. Make sure that you find other people to help you, that you're accountable to help you in your discipline. My next question goes to Bam Bam. Is Bam Bam with us?
I'm with you.
All right, thank you very much. So we have affirmed that a lot of things that we see on social media, they are not real, and they might just be they are curated content. They are content that have been planned beforehand. And we also realize that some of these content, they garner a lot of likes and comments. On some content we see 200 likes, 200 comments, and it's just comments of people filling them with positive things, which is nice at some point. But at the same time, how can boys build their self-worth? How can they build their confidence and self-esteem, and in such a way that it is not based on online comments, the number of likes, or the number of views on their posts?
Thank you, Miss Heritage. I hope the boys can hear me. Okay. So, regarding building your self-worth or self-confidence and self-esteem outside online world, it takes a lot of intentionality. And just like Mr. Oluwafemi has said, it takes a lot of discipline. Truth be told, as a content creator, there will be a time where your self-worth might be attached to the likes, the comments, and the number of views that you get online. That is where your why comes in. There was a part where Mr. Gaga was talking about purpose. That is where you knowing what God's purpose for your life comes in. You have to build your self-confidence to a point where no matter what people say. But I'm trying to look for someone. Yes, you guys know Ake and Popo. You know them. They are old, they are older people. I think they are like 40, 50 or so. These people, they are short in real life. And I'm very sure that a lot of people would have insulted them and tell them things like, oh, you are short, you are a dwarf, stuff like that. But they are legends. They are doing amazingly well in the movie industry. They have decided to build their self-worth outside what people are saying online, outside likes and comments and views. There's also this person. I don't know how the kind of people that you people follow online. I would have just loved to make more examples. Let's use Vicky James. I don't know if you guys have heard of Vicky James. Let's use Vicky James as an example. You see, this lady, they bash her almost every month. They're either talking about marriage or they're talking about something. But every time she still shows up, she comes here to tell us different things. We don't know what is happening to her inside, you get. But what I'm trying to say, she has built her self-worth and confidence outside social media, outside what people are saying, outside comments. Her why is stronger than her likes. Let your why is your purpose. is your self-worth. Your self-worth is something you discover, it's not something you discover online. It's something you discover in the secret place with God. Do you get? When you have that, trust me, likes and comments and number of views would not matter. But I would say the truth. Sometimes you might want to have this self-esteem issue. Maybe you're on TikTok, because I know some of you are on TikTok, and you posted a picture. You're only having 2 likes, you're having 5 likes, you're having 200 views instead of 1,000 views. You want to blow like that TikTok boy that is now blowing now, like Pella, Jarvis. I know you people will know them. Like those people, I understand that you might want to compare yourself to them, but trust me, everything ends online. Everything ends online. That is why you have to build yourself outside social media, and you have to build your esteem outside online likes, comments, and views. Like I said, your why has to be stronger than your likes, your views, and online comments. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Your why should be stronger than your life. The reason why you are doing something should be stronger than the likes and comments that you are getting. My next question is for Oluwafemi, Mr. Oluwafemi. All right, we have a lot of content online that are already being curated. They've been planned. You know, people will video in advance. So people will record their videos days before they even put it out, and they'll put it out on that particular day. And you think, oh, they just recorded it today, and it makes it seem like all these influencers, people online, like people are perfect online. How can boys identify the realness? That is, how can they identify what is real, what is not real, and how can they handle the pressure? There's that pressure to constantly keep up, to constantly meet up with the standard that has been set online. How can they meet up with that? How can they keep up? How can they handle that pressure to keep up with that standard?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Heritage, for that question. The first thing I want to say is I know we all watch movies a lot. Yeah, most things we watch in a movie, we all know they are acted and they are meant for a specific purpose, whether to pass a lesson to us or so. But it doesn't mean that those things happened in real life. They are acted, and same goes with the way social media works. Most of the things we see there, they are not real. Like I said, they are there for you to watch, interact with it, or sometimes they are meant to be comedies, and just to pass a message across to you. So to know what is real from not real on the internet, I made mention of something earlier. If you look at the patterns, when you somebody that always posts something about happy moments, it's not that it is bad to post happy moments, but people need to learn from your story. The genuinity of your story is the ability for you to mix your happy moments and your sad moments, how you're able to carry yourself, your challenges as well, because it's not possible for as a human for you not to face such challenges in life, because that's what makes you stronger. When you face them, you rise up again and you become a better version of yourself. So when you look at this content, when people just post things to make you believe about how you can make money, how you don't have to struggle, you just have to cut corners to do things. So that's where you know they are not real. So, but when people state facts on how things might be challenging, but here are the things you can do that can help you be a better person, then you can see the genuinity of those contents. So you just need to just pay attention to those patterns. That's where you know that you can distinguish between what is real and not real. Then how to handle this pressure? Trust me, it is normal for you to feel pressurized, most especially because of the fact that you feel some people have what you don't have. You are under the pressure that you also need to attain those heights. But one thing you should know, as the speaker and my co-panelist Bam Bam said, you need to identify your own purpose. And once you know your purpose, you have a plan. And nobody can influence you otherwise, because you work according to your plan. Take, for instance, I want to become a doctor, or I want to become a lawyer, for instance. I know my plan. I work towards it. What do I need to do? You start to ask. You can talk to your daddy. Dad, I want to become a lawyer or more lawyer. What do lawyers do? How do I become one? What do I need to do? Those are the kind of things you begin to ask. In that way, you don't get influenced wrongly from what you are seeing on the internet. So when you have a planned purpose for yourself, you won't miss out of it. When you do that, you won't miss out of it. So it's advisable that you don't get influenced. If you are confused and you have questions that you don't understand, or you see things you need clarity on, go to your parents or go to your teachers, go to your mentors, ask them. They are able to guide you better, so you won't get influenced wrongly. Yeah, so you need mentors and you need your teachers and your parents around to help you out. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope everyone in the hall is taking notes. I hope everyone is taking it. Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwafemi. My next question is for Bam Bam. And this will be my last question for you, ma'am. All right. When it comes to navigating online exposure and living a healthily developed life sexually, you know, when it comes to figuring out the things we see online, the things we watch online, the things we listen to, and also making sure that we live a healthy developed life when it comes to our sexuality, what should boys do when they come across sexual or inappropriate content, especially when it makes them uncomfortable or it makes them curious? There are some contents that we come across that we want to, oh, why did they do this like this? Why is this happening like this? What should boys do when they come across some of these contents that makes them feel uncomfortable or makes them feel really curious?
Thank you, Ms. Harite. Thank you, Mr. Oluwafemi. As a sexual educator, I have worked with different boys. I mean, I'm a boy child advocate. I love boys a lot. So I've worked with different boys, and I've gotten different questions about sexuality, sexual health, comprehensive sex education, especially sex, puberty. Boys always have questions to ask, and I'm always happy to their questions. Now, back to online exposure. You have to be, we still be on the being careful. Everywhere you turn to online, sex content. Somebody's nudity is very common online. Everywhere on TikTok, somebody's shaking bomb, somebody is doing this. You get. That is why we always urge schools and parents to have age-appropriate comprehensive sex education with boys and girls, especially boys. Because when you have been properly educated from home, when you come across contents that are inappropriate, you would know what to do, because your mom already told you that these are the things that you should not be watching at this your age. These are the things you shouldn't. I for one, I don't think a secondary school boy should be on TikTok. Trust me. I don't think so. Because that TikTok, Yoruba will say, oh, bonilo gbalejo. Different people are there, and they are churning out different contents for these young boys, for you guys to see every day. And this is how you can walk around it. This is how you can navigate yourself around it. There are some settings on if you're on TikTok, there are some settings that you can do and let them stop bringing that kind of content to your field, to your FYP for you page, for you page. And also, there are some people you should not follow, because immediately you follow them and interact with their content, they'll start bringing that kind of content to your page. After you have done all that, now if you see things that are inappropriate online or things you are not comfortable with, ask questions from a trusted adult. Please, very important, trusted adult. Brother Ifeoluwa, I saw one skit where the boys, they are calling girls, and the next thing they started abusing the girls. Do you think I should do that kind of thing? Is it okay? Or I saw a video where young boys, they are just touching their penis, they are playing with each other's penis. Ask questions. Don't keep it to yourself. Nobody's going to beat you. I get our parents, when you go and meet them to ask questions like, Mommy, I saw one whitish thing that is coming from my penis. They'll say, Kenny, shut up. No, I know, I get it. But try as much as, that's why I said trusted adults. Try to ask anyone that you trust, not your friends, because your friends do not have that knowledge. It is older people. And don't go and ask that brother Adubo and that sister Adubo that is already telling you to come inside and is trying to touch your penis or touch your breasts. By your breast, I mean your chest. So what I'm trying to say in summary is that be disciplined, speak out, ask questions. Don't be shy to ask questions. For example, maybe you wake up in the morning and you notice that your penis is standing, is erecting, and it's not like that before. Ask questions. You're undergoing puberty. This is the stage where you need to ask questions. So make sure you are asking questions from trusted adults. I get that your parents might not be able to teach you all this, but try and ask questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Bam Bam. Can we celebrate her, please? Can we celebrate her? All right, let's not forget what the things she has highlighted. Adjust the settings. I know a lot of us are on the TikTok app. So please adjust the settings. Don't follow every account. Accounts that bring content that you don't like, don't follow them. And also make sure that you ask questions when you see something that you are curious or you are confused about. Ask a trusted adult. Don't just ask your friends or an adult that has been making passes at you in the area. Ask a trusted adult. Thank you very much, Bamba. All right, Mr. Oluwafemi, my next question is for you. And this is also my last question to you before we ask questions from the boys. All right, can you highlight some smart ways that our boys can make use of technology, their phones, tech, and all that? How can you highlight smart ways they can make use of it to build their skills, to empower themselves, and also to express themselves beyond building skills, beyond empowering themselves? A way they can make use of these things to express themselves instead of just constantly being online. So people are online and they are not doing anything. They are just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling away. How can they make use of all these things to help themselves?
Thank you very much for that question. So, like I previously said, technology itself is not about to. Trust me, it's not about to. The only challenge is how it has been used. In some cases, it has been abused. So, for us boys, what I feel, one of the things I feel we can do in order to be smart about the use is see it as a tool instead of you consuming all the time, because most of us that use it, we consume it in the sense that we always want to look, we want to laugh, we want to see what somebody is doing, we just want to be entertained. So you can be you can make it an avenue for you to learn also. So not just consume it, you want to learn. So take for instance, we have children that have learned most of what they know from YouTube. They just, oh, I'm having a problem with this mathematical topic. You can just type it out on YouTube and you will see somebody solving it. And from that way, you've learned so many things you can learn. I personally, most of the things that I have learned today was from me typing it online. Oh, how can I do this? And it pops up. I see a video. I try to look at it. Before you know, I've become a master of it. The next one, I move to the next one. So see it as a tool that you can learn from instead of you just whiling away time and distracting yourself and consuming all the time. Another thing you can also do is instead of you just following the wrong people, you can follow the right people that you know they can influence you positively. Take for instance, I have somebody that is a graphic designer. I want to learn how to design flyers. What you can do is you can follow the person. The person will always drop you tips on how to improve yourself. Instead of you going to following people's pages that will while away your time, to just keep laughing and laughing and laughing. Before you know, you've laughed away and wasted a lot of time. So follow people that will influence you according to your own pathway. If you know you want to become a lawyer, follow lawyers online that will share tips with you. Okay, this is what you need to do as an upcoming lawyer. If you know you want to become a computer specialist, follow people in that regard. Follow people that have inspiring quotes, things that will make you become a better version of yourself. So those are the smart way to be able to use the technology. Like I said, it's not a bad tool. You just need to know how to use it the right way, and those are the ways you can use it.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Mr. Oluwafemi. Can we celebrate him? Can we celebrate him, boys? All right, please don't forget all the things he has said. Make sure that you follow accounts that bring what you want. You want to learn something. Make sure that you follow accounts that are tailored to that. And also use the internet to your advantage, not just for scrolling and for scrolls and for laughs. Use it to your advantage. You need to learn something, learn it online. All right, we'll be taking questions from the boys, but before we have them, I think it is important to note. Please, I'll need our panelists to take note. Please, you have just 1 minute to answer the questions from the boys. Please, you have just 1 minute. Please, let's try to keep it between that, within that time frame. Thank you very much. All right. The sound is muted, please.
Does media bring certain types of behavior to a boy like us? And what kind of behavior does it bring to us?
Can Mr. Oluwafemi answer that for us? He said, does media cause certain behaviors in boys? And also, what type of behavior does the media or use of media, what type of behavior does it cause in boys?
Okay, thank you. If I get it correctly, you said what kind of behavior does the media have on boys? Is that what you said? If I get it correctly.
Yes.
So I'll give you an instance. As a young child, if you watch some movies on the screen, take for instance on the TV, you see people fighting. So subconsciously, it already starts in your own experience. When you get out there, you want to play around with your friend and practice what you've seen on the movies, which is, it doesn't make it those things, it doesn't mean that those things are right, but because of the fact that you've seen them, you want to practice it. So those are the kind of influence. And there are other things when you see people playing with sharp objects, they want to try it on people, which is very wrong. That's where you see a young child doing things that are involving crimes, which is very bad, because they see these things on media, and if they are being stopped from watching it, they won't be influenced that way. So that is why most times you must always ask your parents questions. When you see things online and you're not sure of, you ask your teachers or any adult around, please, I'm curious, this thing, I've seen it, is it right, is it wrong? So you ask questions. So not everything you see on the screen is meant to be practiced out there. No, you need to ask questions. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwafemi. Do we have more questions? The sound is muted. Please, let's take note of that. We didn't get that. Please, can you take it again?
How can we prevent bullying?
How can we do what? Can someone help me ask that in a clearer way?
How can we prevent bullying?
Prevent what? Sorry. Bullying. All right. Thank you very much. How can we prevent bullying? I would like Bam Bam to answer that for us, please. The question says, how can we prevent bullying? Your sound is muted, ma'am.
So sorry about that. Okay, what I said was that to prevent bullying, you have to stand up for yourself. Don't let bullies silence you. Don't let them silence you. You know, this is what they are scared of. They are scared of the fact that you can speak. So when you stand up for yourself and speak out, they will run away from you. If you notice, you see that bullies, they target the weak ones. Bullies will not target that boy that is always shouting and screaming in the class. They will target those gentle ones, those nerds, those ones with glasses, those ones that doesn't, they don't talk, they don't really play. So make sure that you stand up for yourself, one, and speak out. When someone is bullying you, you report that person and have evidence, because evidence will really help you. Have evidence. Let everyone know that this person is bullying you. Stand up for yourself. Fight for yourself. Fight for yourself is very important, because when you are able to fight a bully, you'll be able to fight any sexual predators. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Round of
ma'am. Can we
applause.
celebrate our panelists? All right, we'll take just one more question. We can only have time for just one more question. So we'll take one more question and we'll move on to the next agenda.
How can we prevent what is not on the party that will bring us to our team?
Please, can you take that again?
All right. For clarity. All right. He said, how can we prevent screen time that can lead to academic performances?
All right, can Mr. Oluwafemi please answer that for us?
Sorry, can you come again with the question, please? Can you hear me? Can I get the question again, please? I could barely hear.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, really now.
All right. Students ask that how can they reduce screen time that affects the academics?
Okay. How to reduce screen time? I said earlier that to reduce screen time, you need to be disciplined. That's number one thing. So what I do for myself sometimes, so that I would not be glued to my screen, is I put my phone on do not disturb. So what do not disturb means is that I don't want my phone to bring up any notification that could distract me from doing what I want to do at that moment. So you can reduce that or put your phone away and focus on what you want to do. So if your phone is far away from you, put it on silent so that it doesn't distract you from what you are doing at that particular point in time. If you feel that you are unable to put it away, you can't discipline yourself, give it to your parents or your teacher or any guardian around you that you feel if you give it to them, they won't give it back to you until when you've completed the task you are doing at that point in time. So self-discipline is very, very essential, but it's best that you can do this by yourself without having other person, because eventually it becomes part of you. When you can do that, it becomes part of you. So just be self-disciplined. Put your phone away when you know that you are doing something else and face that task. Do one thing at a particular point in time and don't do several things, because it becomes distraction. Yeah.
Thank you very, very much. Can we celebrate our panelists one more time? Thank you very much, Bam Bam, and thank you very much, Mr. Oluwafemi, for that wonderful panel session. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. That was insightful, that was impactful. We learned a lot. Even I, as a lady, I learned a couple of things. Boys, I believe you are taking notes. There are a lot of things that we've been told today. Follow positively influential accounts, be disciplined, stand up for yourself when it comes to bullying, and make sure you always speak up. There are many more, but I will be recapping that. All right, the next thing on our agenda is the special recognition and giveaway, which will be taken by Pioneer Temidayo. Please note that we have just 5 minutes for this. Pioneer Temidayo. The sound is muted, please.
Oh, my mic is muted. All right. Our special recognition is very celebrate this. I also want to especially recognize the owner and founder of this program, Isaiah Pelham. Please, can you celebrate it? Everyone watching online from our guest speaker, Mr. Daniel Ogaka, panelists, Mr. Ekuwanye, Ayoba, this are you saying? We have to know to what is special recognize our friends. Yes, before students that gave me correct answer. What is our gospel? Which one does? Say, what is our class? I give us to find you.
I'm Negus founder. My name is Founder.
All right. What about?
Yes, not my name is.
All right. So we paying their next tuition fee as a compensation for their part of what we preach is that we preach and practice attentiveness. We don't just teach what you shall become excellent at what they do. If everything you do and any special you so, whatever your hand finds, whatever your hand finds, all right, please can you celebrate with some first hours? Those are going to shake. Just permit that. But before that, I would like to invite next week to tell us about what's indispensable.
I think that most of us looking at us and we are wondering just take the chance.
I want to take this straight out.
First of all, I want to get the moderator and everyone. Okay, so CIP, the thing is basically a non-profit organization. Mostly, and what we do is we go to schools, we go to communities, and not less privileged, and we try to show only because very much most of us are what share that is and why do I go and almost think workshop centers and a lot of people have come to our schools also to teach us just and consciously or subconsciously these things are train us and do us in so they are just trying to bring back to our community and making sure that those that are actually behind us they grow into being proper in the society. And they're not just using the exams, they are used for this is community. We have our programs all through there, to speak like just it's meant to avoid time that next time we still want to go back to us and go thank you, we appreciate you and love you.
Thank you very much, Sonia. Blessing. We appreciate you. Up next. All right, we'll be going to the next thing on our agenda, which is the appreciation, and it will be taken by Paunia Adekbeju. I don't know if she's online or on site, but we'll be going straight to the appreciation. Paunia Adekbeju, over to you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can we all hear me?
Yes, we can now.
Okay. I believe that it has been value for our time and we've been enjoying ourselves so far. Am I right? I cannot hear the boys. Oh. Have you learned one or two from all the speakers and panelists? Yeah, okay. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody that joined, both physically and virtually. We say thank you very much. Really appreciate you. And to the school, we say thank you. Thank you for allowing us to use the school. Thank you for opening your arms to us. Really appreciate. Say thank you. And to the teachers too. Thank you for organizing and coordinating the students for us. We say thank you. To our guest speakers, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you for taking our time from your busy schedule to come and impact us and impact the boys. We love you. We say thank you. And to the project management team, thank you for bringing this to life. Thank you very much. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining this call. Actually, I have like a speech written out, but I won't want to take much of our time. So I'll say thank you to everybody. Thank you very, very much. From all of us at CIP, we say thank you. And I would like to end with this quote that says, when we empower boys, we build stronger men, stronger family, and a better world. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paunia. Can we celebrate her? Can we celebrate her? Thank you very much, everybody. Can you celebrate yourselves? You've been wonderful so far. Can you celebrate yourselves? Celebrate yourselves. I believe you enjoyed yourself and you learned a lot. Are you excited? Are you excited? Very good. Now, before we go, last time I want you to say it to yourself. Say, I am a champion. I can't hear you. You sound muted. I know it is not muted though. Say it to yourself. Say, I am a champion. Very good. So make sure that you remind yourself about all the things that you have learned here today as you go on and as you continue in life. We'll be ending this session with the closing prayer from Pioneer Oloyede Damilola. You know, we started with prayer, so we have to round it up with prayer. I don't know if Pioneer Damilola is online or on site. Please, we would like to have the opening prayer. Thank you very much. Close your eyes for prayer.
Hold on. Our Father and our Lord, we thank you. Thank you for being the grace bestowed upon us. We say may your name be exalted. Can you hear me? Hello. Our Father and our Lord, we bless you. Thank you for the knowledge you've released. Thank you over the management of this project. We exalt your name. Commit this onto your able. We call them the champions. Ability to showcase traits will be released unto them in Jesus' name. We pray you grant them the grace and the ability to develop their families and friends. From this time, it will be a blessing to the family and generation at Lord, any addiction or negative attitude any of them might be struggling with, I pray you grant them total healing from above in Jesus. Thank you because you've answered our prayers. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Can we appreciate that? All right, boys. This was a wonderful session. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We really appreciate you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.